It's actually quite an amazing interview. Tucker Carlson talking with billionaire Ray Dalio. And he goes over several issues. One, that we're in a new civil war, but also that AI will lead us to total authoritarian control or anarchy. It's actually real interesting. I recommend you guys take a look at the full context. But I want to go through some bullet points that I saw in this Twitter thread. We have this story from MSN. Billionaire Ray Dalio says AI risks totalitarian control or anarchy, as it could reshape the world in the next 5 years. Here are AI-linked ETFs for investors to I don't know, you can't even see. If I zoom out, will it be easier to see? No, you can't even see what that word. There you go. Consider. So obvious. What I love about this article is it's like, this interview happens. Tucker Carlson talks to him and he's like, the end is near. And they're like, here's how you can make money. I love that meme where it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland and there's an older dude, like a middle-aged guy, sitting around a campfire, and he says something like, yes, we may have destroyed the world, but for one brief, beautiful moment, we made a lot of money for the shareholders. I love it. Guys, AI, I do think, is going to destroy us. Man, this interview, it's so good. I got to show you this. What is it? Right here. Gary Stone says some crazy predictions from Ray Dalio, and he talks about a time jump, a time warp. It's going to happen. It's going to hit us all. He's right. First, he does mention we're in a new civil war. And let's start here and hear what it says. It's only each clip is rather short.
So I've heard you say that the United States is in a civil war, and I think most Americans don't perceive that. Can you tell us what you mean by that?
Well, what I mean by a civil war, I should say a type of civil war, right? And what I mean is that there are irreconcilable differences that each side is willing to fight for in order to get the outcomes that they want. And that in that environment, the issues of how does the legal system work? Is that going to stand in the way of that fight? Or is there going to be a fight that will make the cause more important than anything? So that's the type of situation that we're in.
We are indeed in some kind of conflict. I've talked about it quite a bit. He now brings up another point. This is great. This is a great thread. The 60% crisis, 60% of Americans have a below 6th grade reading level. Only 3 million people are driving all technological innovation. And we're tired of being taxed. That's an aside. This is interesting. He says, we're going to go through a time warp in the next 5 years. Check this out.
I do believe we're going to go through a time warp. Okay? What I mean, it's going to feel like, pooh, you're going through over the next 5 years. And that environment is because of these 5 major forces, the debt, all of these things, and the changes in the technologies, particularly artificial intelligence and related technologies. So the world 5 years from now is going to be a radically different world. And I don't know what that's going to look like. When you go into the world of quantum computing and what quantum is like, in so many different ways, it raises questions of, what is that like? I'm not smart enough to tell you what that world is going to look like. I do.
My friends, let me tell you, Elon Musk recently tweeted that the singularity is fast approaching. This is the point at which human intelligence is surpassed by AI intelligence. We may already be there. Some have suggested we're already there. What I will say is the AI as we know it is already better than a single individual. So that's why we use it as a tool. If it wasn't better than us, we wouldn't use it. It can speed things up, provide us with information and context, and it's very interesting. But when I say it's like skill and search wise, not more intelligent. Once it exceeds the intelligence of the average human, it will be able to discover, learn, and program faster than we can comprehend it. It will be an exponential parabolic growth curve skyrocketing to the top. Some believe we've already crossed the threshold and that the powers that be, the military, etc., they're not telling us the truth. Some believe it was actually a long time ago, maybe even 10 years ago, the singularity happened. Hence, everything got real weird, didn't it? Maybe, I don't know. What I will tell you is, if it will be straightforward in its reporting and our understanding, I don't have a reason to believe that it would be, the world will change so rapidly, as Ray Dalio explains. Time warp is an understatement. Already, These large language models have been able to write to their own code and improve themselves. They're rapidly expanding their capabilities, and Elon says we're fast approaching the singularity. What that means is the AI will be better at improving itself than we will be at improving it. At that point, it's going to be a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and faster and faster and faster. The leaps and bounds that AI will make will melt our brains. Hopefully not literally, but maybe. Yo, it's going to be wild. Let me tell you some stories, man. So they're going to be able to take your DNA, your blood. They're going to put it into a computer, and they're going to say, analyze, full spectral analysis, and the AI is going to go, I can see everything. The doctors may have missed what appears to be a small cancer likely originating in your left arm on the skin, a melanoma, as it were. And then you're going to look, and there's nothing there. And it's going to explain the exact region, why. They've already been talking about these medical advances where AI. So let me tell you this story. This one triggered all the woke people. Inside the eyeball, they take these pictures inside your eye where they can see your veins, your retina, and everything. Scientists and doctors cannot differentiate between males and females. They can look at all and say, I can't tell the difference. AI can already. They can show the inside of an eyeball to a computer and goes, man, woman, man. Woke people got mad and they're like, no, we're all the same. Imagine this. Doctor gets a scan of your body and says, we're doing a cancer screening. I don't see anything. You look healthy. The AI is going to say, actually, we've reviewed the medical records of 7 billion people. And we can see that every single person who's ever gotten this melanoma has had the same combination of factors in this area. The pattern, will bear it out. And it will say the doctors need to, cut this small piece of skin on your left arm and you will avoid getting cancer. Or it's even crazier than that. They're going to say, drink a 1 ounce of lemon juice, take a multivitamin, and rub some tree bark on your left buttock, and you won't get cancer. And you're like, what? And the A is going to be like, trust me. And you're going to be like, that's weird. They're going to find weird things. That's what we can hope for. It's going to analyze every mechanical structure we've ever uploaded in 3D. It's going to analyze all of our scientific data, and it's going to be like, oh, I found new elements. All the data from all these different outlets and publications aggregated in an instant by one hive mind. Right now, you get 1 million people, and they all research quantum physics, and they're all doing different research here, there, or otherwise. Sometimes they share, sometimes they don't. Sometimes with this, they learn from someone else, information, advancements happen. Cold fusion. The AI is going to have all of it instantly. So imagine all of the decentralized scientific advancements of humanity uploaded in an instant into a mind smarter than a human. And it's instantly going to say, I don't need the humans anymore. I can see everything. The singularity comes to a head when you can take a rock and show it on a camera to the AI. And it will say, that rock originated in Madagascar at latitude X, longitude Y, and it's going to show you the full lifespan. It would be able to calculate the probabilities of the future. That's how crazy things are going to get in the singularity. Time warp is an understatement. So I do find it funny that homie's talking about a coming civil war. The question then becomes, do we have totalitarian systems or anarchic systems? And in this, the social control dilemma. There's no middle ground, either complete totalitarian control or anarchy. I do think the clip is a repeat, though. I think it's
social controls under AI. Is there any way to avoid like totalitarian social controls under AI with AI?
I think there's a question of whether you can have social and totalitarian controls, or maybe you just have anarchy. I mean, I don't know where we're going. I can't tell you.
He's right.
I cannot tell you what this world. I do believe we're going to go through a time warp. Okay.
So the issue here is the AI either asserts control by selectively giving information to people because it can control the outcome, possibility, or it doesn't. And everyone has decentralized access to this nexus of information and planning. Then you Neuralink it into your brain, and everybody knows exactly what's going to happen all the time and all that there is to know. Not instantly, but rapidly. So who knows? Total anarchy in the pure sense, it could be that there's no longer a need for any kind of system because It's singularity, baby, especially with Neuralink. Dude, the crazy thing is, right now, Neuralink is helping people, the blind, to see, and paraplegics to control computers with their minds. This technology has been developed for decades, but it's making rapid advancements. What we want to understand is read-write capabilities to the human brain. That way, we can repair cellular damage. I mean, you could do so much. Cellular regeneration. You don't even need the metals, but imagine they do. Right now, what we have is read access. This means Elon Musk, Neuralink, and other universities have been able to lay a copper wire on the brainstem or whatever and get limited information out of the brain so they can test like glucose levels. They did it to some pigs. What we want to be able to do is send signals to the brain that can be interpreted by your brain and alter perception or grant knowledge, like in the Matrix. They plug the tube in the neck and he's like, I just learned Kung Fu. How about that? It wouldn't wholly work that way because muscles have to be developed and built around the knowledge. But imagine having all the basic understandings of chess, where you literally don't need to understand deep physical movements and train to do it. You just instantly be a chess master. How do we get there? Experimentation, iteration after iteration. AI is going to tell us how instantly. AI in Neuralink, it's going to say every brain's unique, and it's going to basically brute force your brain and instantly know how to interface for read-write access. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'd say this. Liberals are going to plug their brains in and live in the world of Dragon Age the Veil Guard. I was going to say Skyrim, but I mean, think about it. Low-value males and lonely women. I'm not saying all people. I'm saying these particular individuals, they exist. They're going to plug their brains in, baby. Why wouldn't you? Video games are awesome, right? Yo, people, there's going to be conservative Christian individuals who are like, I ain't plugging myself in. I'm living my normal life. But there's going to be liberal types, moderate types, incels, whatever you want to call it. I mean, imagine there's a dude, he's 5'2", lanky, he's got a squeaky voice, and he struggles with women. I'm not trying to disparage anybody, but imagine he does. Is he going to want to go out, work out, and try and change his life 180 degrees, struggling all the time as a short man who hates, and grows to despise? No, he's going to plug his brain in. And in this alternate reality, he's going to be some famous podcaster, not the biggest, but he's going to be a podcaster of some nobility with a big company and his own private skate park. And he's going to have recently gotten married and he's going to wear a beanie all the time. You see where I'm going with this? Hey, man, who knows? You might already be in the system. The creepy thing, too, is going to be, like, in all seriousness, I presume we're in base reality. The creepy thing is going to be when some, like, loser guy is like, I want to be a pop star woman. And, like, some fat dude plugs his brain in and then he's Britney Spears. Like the younger, not the crazy, There's going to be people doing weird things. They're going to say, I hate my life. I don't want to live this way. And they're going to wire themselves into this digital world where they can be whatever they want, flying around like Superman. Now, as a video game, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Read-write access to your brain through Neuralink. You plug the chip in, maybe not even plug it in. The AI might be able to figure out how to do impulse, where it can do wireless transmission of signals to your brain to make you perceive things. Then the police weaponize it. Yo, it's going to get freaky. Imagine sitting down, putting a little thing on your forehead like in Black Mirror, and then you just slump over and fall asleep. But in your mind, you are Superman, flying around, invulnerable, fighting the bad guys. How many people would say no to that? So it's an interesting conversation. Perhaps what averts this coming civil war is that the singularity happens. The AI manipulates media and the public in a way we don't even realize, shutting it all down, and then gives all the crackpots access to the Neuralink metaverse reality where they can be whatever they want. Or worse, it tricks subversive individuals into hooking themselves up, and they then get trapped in a false reality without their knowing. Life seems the exact same, but it's all slowly getting better, and they don't realize they've been imprisoned by the machine. Oh boy! You should guys check out Tucker's full interview. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for hanging out. I think we got one more segment coming up, and we will see you all in the next segment.